Hey YouTube, if you watched my video this morning, towards the end of the video, I talked about like, oh, someone in the comments recommended Jellicent as like a core breaker. So I'm like, oh, I'll use Jellicent. And then I was like, also, I went against Hackmo a couple times and I was like, this thing is like kind of sneaky strong. So I'm like, if you're going to use that, you're going to have a problem with Wigglytuff, so put a Steel in. So I did, and I only got 7 battles out of it, but I went 6-1 in those battles. So I thought I would bring you the team. Because it's Great League Remix tomorrow. So Hackmo, Jellicent, Registeel. So let's look at it in action. Gligar is kind of the trickiest, but I did win one and lose one against Gligar, so we'll look at that. So this is a great lead. I'm actually kind of surprised they're staying in because Electric is resisted and Bug is resisted. So this is just easy for me. I'm going to chip it with the Claw and then probably just Dragon Tail down so I can come out with some energy. So I'll take another move. Charger Bug, as you saw in my video this morning, is pretty bulky. So, and then they come in Superior, and I'm like, okay, what do I do here? So I'm like, Focus Blast. The problem with Reggie, which I kind of mentioned in my why don't people use Reggie anymore, is that Focus Blast Zap Cannon isn't going to one-shot anything. So you need 2 of those, and then obviously no fast move pressure. So I chipped with Dragon Claw to put this in Focus Blast range. We end up CMPing here, but as a Steel, everything is resisted here, so that is fine. Take these resisted frenzies. This will take out. I think they shield, if I remember. Yeah, they do shield. So that's fine. They'll get to another frenzy before I get to the Focus Blast. I'll live. And then it's just getting to this Focus Blast here. They still have a shield. Did they double shield? I think they double shield, if I remember. But they have to still throw the move because they'd be a very aggressive resisted farm down with Vine Whip. So I'm like, okay, 2 shield advantage. I will take that. I'll come in here. I'm out of move, so this will take it out. Charge Bug's doesn't have much left. So what's in the back? Diggersby. So I probably could have gone Dragon Tail Brick Break. But I'm like, let's just get into this matchup because Surfs will eventually chip here, even though Hex is very much resisted. It's going to take 3 Surfs to take this out. So that's fine. I let this next one go. Get hit with a lower attack coming up here. So that's kind of annoying, but they're still in 3 Surf range. Diggersby is just so tanky. Get this off. Should be enough to take out even though my attack's lowered. 3 super effective Surfs. Nope. So it's not enough to take out when your attack's lowered. So I'm just going to take this move and then instant swap back into Hackmo because I still have energy and I still have health and they still have a little bit of a Charge Bug left. So, okay. Take that out for the win. Who's their second Pokemon? Superior and Diggersby. Yeah, I guess you don't really have a super safe swap on that team. Trevenant lead. Trevenant would be tough for the back line. So I'm actually glad I'm kind of seeing it here. These Dragon Tails and Claws. This is what I noticed when I faced it. I was like, wow, these Dragon Tails and Claws really add up fast on you. So I think I'm going to be able to outpace / out damage with the Dragon Tails here. So this will take out with the Claw. I believe they double shielded, and I think I get the full farm down here. So we both have to double shield, but I'll get the full farm down to take this out and then come out with some energy and then figure out what I want to do in the back here. They have a Azumarill, and so what I want to do is get into Jellicent. Jellicent's the safe swap here. I mean, Registeel can act as a safe swap too, quite honestly. So I will get a Shadow Ball off, enough to chip down to the yellow. They'll probably, I think they just short of taking me out. Yeah, so I can't quite get to the Surf, but they're dry on energy. So now I'll just Dragon Tail and Dragon Claw here. And once I take out, you leave 1 Pokemon left against a Pokemon who has a lowering defense move. So I lower the defense with Brick Break. Once, I think I get 2 off. And it's enough to chip to put it already in like the 60% range. So now I have a 60% range, double lowered defense going up against a Registeel with Zap Cannon. Like my only loss is if they get to like back-to-back Hydros here. And they do have a Hydro. But I think I get to the Zap Cannon before they get to the second Hydro here. Even then, it would be pretty close. But get to the Zap Cannon, 2 times lowered defense, super effective Zap Cannon. This will one-shot from this range. Lickitung. Stay in here. They get out into Skarmory, so hello Reggie. Skarmory, I know Skarmory's better. Still not a good safe swap. Like you can get met with Registeel, you can get met with Lantern. There's just too many things that Skarmory can get hit with. I did not know if this would one-shot. It does not, just short. They will get a Brave Bird off, but not much that will do. So Lickitung comes in. If you've played this matchup in the past before, you may be wondering, why are you going Zap Cannon? You're going Zap Cannon because, like I mentioned in my Registeel video, even Focus Blast, super effective, does not one-shot Lickitung. So it takes 2 Focus Blasts. So if you're going to take 2 moves anyways, you may as well try to lower their attack like that. So I lower their attack and then I'll start going Focus Blast here. And I believe they double shield again. So Body Slam resisted, does not do much. I get 2. Tired. At this point, I'm like, Hackmo can just Dragon Tail Brick Break combo this. They get the full farm down just as I'm getting to the moves. That's kind of annoying. And out comes the Wiggly. And again, if you're going to see one fairy Pokemon, you really don't want to see this one. Because half normal type and resist the Hex as well. So I will get to 3 Surfs to take this out. I just need to shield and get to 3 Surfs just to take this out. And then Hackmo will have to deal with the Lickitung with 1 shield. So got the second one off. We're just going to throw it right away. Don't care about timing. Just let's get this out of here. And I'm trying to get out. Like you saw, I'm trying to get out, but I can't. And so I get farmed down. So that's kind of unlucky. I'm going to shield 1 Body Slam. Doesn't really matter which one I shield. So shield the first one. Get to the Brick Break. The problem with Brick Break is huge that a lot more Pokemon have it. It's great that it automatically lowers your opponent's defense. Still not a great move, right? That's a stab Brick Break, not doing a ton to a Lickitung. But it's enough to chip, lower the defense, and now put it in Dragon Claw range for the win here. These matches are long. Like usually I do like 9 battles worth and it's like 16 minutes fast forwarded. And this is like 15 minutes of battles with 7. So these are all long. Bad lead. Going to come in Jellicent. And they come in Whiscash, which is like not a great answer for Jellicent. Because someone said like truly use Jellicent because it can deal with Whiscash, Skarmory, Annihilate. And since you see here is they only have Mud Bombs, right? So they do get 1 Mud Bomb off here. I was just trying to optimize fast move timing, or else I would have thrown. If I'd known, they would have got to another one. But you know, counting and such. But optimizing fast move timing, hit them with the Surf, enough to take out. So now have a bit of energy. Probably get to a Shadow Ball on the Dugong, which I assume will come back in. Don't want to show me their last Pokemon yet. So I'll get the Shadow Ball off, which is nice. And then go Reggie. And shield up a Drill Run. Because the bait's kind of very, very risky here. So I shield up Drill Run. And this is where I get hit with the Gligar. So I was like, so first of all, I should have thrown the Zap Cannon. Resist it or not, had I thrown the Zap Cannon, they would not have shielded, most likely, because it's resisted. And then I could have just like Dragon Tail down the rest. Now I'm behind shield, I'm behind on energy, and they're doing super effective with the Wing Attack and Aerial Ace here. So they get a full farm down, and now I'm behind on energy, and so I'm going to lose this matchup because of that. So had I played this differently, I think I would have Zap Cannon right away. Maybe got a shield, or maybe just chip it like 50%, and then I could have Hackmo right away and then trying to caught. But Gligar is tough. I do have it in the next, maybe not the next battle, but some other battle here where I do win with it, like win against it. So it's not impossible. but it's definitely the trickier one for this team. So try to farm up. But again, the problem with, because these are such high energy moves, you can't really farm, right? That was as high as I went to 100 energy, and I still need like 10 more lock-ons here. And so Dig is going to take me out here. So Gligar lead, right? So this is where, if I'm going to see it, I mean, if you want to see it, you want to see it on Jellicent. But if you can't get on Jellicent, on the lead here is not bad. Because you can just Dragon Tail and Claw. And then I got a shield too. Because Dragon Claw would hurt. I put it in the yellow. So they decide to shield. So I will let this go and hope that I can shield one and then they just let the surf go. Ideally would be my, because I really need to get this out of here. So I do shield up a surf, so that's nice. Throw right away just to try and optimize timing, but it's tough to optimize when you're spinning there. And they shield back, so I'm like, crap. Because they're definitely going to get to a dig, and I'm like, okay, I think it's probably worth the shield here. And again, we're just trying to optimize fast move timing, and they catch on a Jellicent. It's a nice catch. The good news is I will get to a move here. And then, because I get to the Shadow Ball and I take out, they're switch locked. Because they just caught, so I burned like 25 seconds. So if they come in with something else, I'm immediately going to go into like the mirror match here and save the Jellicent. And they go Zap Cannon. Oh no, they go Focus Blast. Okay. Because like I was saying, one Focus Blast is not going to take out anyways. So they got to throw out, I'm going to take them out, which then means I can just get ahead on hexes and get to surf here. They come in here and I'm already at surf, and then I can just get to a surf and take them out here. Altaria, again, decent lead. I think you'll just outpace. I mean, you're definitely going to outpace to the Dragon Claws compared to the Sky Attack. And it's a one-turn fast move, so you don't need to really worry about fast move optimization. So they shield, which is nice. I'll probably shield back knowing that I'm going to get to the Dragon Claw before them, and I'll be able to take it in the one if I want to. And they decide they know that, so they get out and switch here. Again, Skarmory, not a great switch. So they go, I think, Brave Bird right away, which actually helps me a little bit because I go to 100 energy and Focus Blast is a little less energy. So 3 times lower defense, Focus Blast will one-shot, come out with a little more energy, gets a Zap Cannon, try and lower their attack, and now I can align Hackmo with Lantern and then what's left of the Altaria with Jellicent. So do get the lower of the attack, which is huge. Thunderbolt's not enough to take out because they lower their attack. They try to Spark down, do not get it. Focus Blast probably takes out the rest from here. It does like 60%. Like that's the thing with, and then I get this, and that's the thing with Registeel. Like Zap Cannon Focus Blast does like 60% to most things, which is not sufficient enough to one shot, but good enough if you can just, if their shield's down, you can get to 2 before they take you out. So it's not terrible, but it's just kind of tricky. Speaking of tricky, neutral counters to neutral Dragon Tails, that was fast. I'm like, that seemed fast, and it's a power punch. So they're ramping up here. So that's sort of good for me that it's not Ice Punch. And so once I got the shield, I'm like, okay, maybe I can just like take this power punch, get another move off, and then just get my Jellicent on this, and then I'll be up shields and should be okay. I believe they double shield his. So they double shield, counter down. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'll come Jellicent, obviously. I'm worried that a 2 times power up punch boosted Psychic would do a lot, so I shield, and it's just a third one. Chip here, I think Focus, because I don't know how much Focus Blast does. I was worried that like if one does not take out, then I'd be kind of in, but it's double super effective. So maybe Focus Blast double super effective would have taken out, would have one-shotted. I'm not positive though. So I just chip, take the move, and again, I'm going to go up to 100 energy here. Get the Focus Blast off, enough to take out. I expect the Medi to come back in and start countering and power punching me, which is unfortunate. And then I'm like, okay, maybe they're running like an ABB style team, try and draw out something like a Registeel and then punish it with Medi and then something roams free. So we'll have to see what's in the back. And it is a grass in the back. So I was like, I was a bit nervous here. I'm like, oh, am I going to get just like frenzied down here? Close. I'm like, how much does a Shadow Ball do? And as you're going to see, enough to take out here. So that's the team. I'm probably using it again this morning. Yeah, like I said, there are some trickiness. Like Trevenant in the back will be tricky. Gligar is a bit tricky. But I liked Jellicent. It does seem to core break a lot of the main stuff I mentioned. Hackmo, again, it's kind of sneaky strong as the dragon, right? Like, all the dragons are pretty strong in this meta right now, and it was just the Dragon Tail has nice damage output, and then quick moves with Claw and Brick Break gives you a pretty good combo there. And then Registeel has its strengths and weaknesses. Again, if you want to go watch that, I alluded to the video why, like, I forget what I titled it, but the thumbnail is basically like Registeel is great in the Ultra League and meh in the Great League. So I go over the history of like why that is, and why even though it's ranked number 1, not a lot of people are using it. So you can go check that out. Maybe I'll link it somewhere above. And that's basically it. So check out my team this morning with, I guess I should, yeah, I guess I was like, what was my team this morning? Charjabug. So Charjabug's in the thumbnail. Dragonair was yesterday. So I could do Hackmo or Jellicent, but a couple people meant Jellicent, so I'll just do Jellicent Core Breaking in the title. And then tomorrow we are looking at Great League Remix teams. So we'll look at rankings and remix team suggestions, and then we'll do that probably for most of the week. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.